To start the recording. All right, Team Big Things, welcome, welcome. Jerry, if you see it going live, just give me the confirmation. It's telling me we're live, so I'm guessing we're good to go. Okay, perfect. All right, Team Big Things, sorry we're a couple minutes late, but of course, you know why. Our phones were blowing up because Restore just launched, and I had to go in and order mine, and you know how that is. So guys, what a perfect opportunity. If you haven't seen that, Restore is live. And spread the word. People are into cleanses big time. I know people who cleanse all the time, get the junk out. The holidays is the perfect time. It's a great time to prep for your New Year's solutions, not resolutions, because we're making a permanent choice here with Thrive. And so anyway, I just wanted to share a little bit of excitement about that. I'm sure we'll be learning more. But today is all about day 2 of mastering the basics. And as you can see, I have a special guest with us. I've got Jerry over here. And I talk to Jerry weekly. He's got an accountability partner, and we are very connected. So I know he's in the grind, working the business. And so I asked him to hop on with me and help cover this awesome topic. You know, yesterday we had mastering the basics, how to effectively share your story. So that comes first. This is going to tie into that because and I want you guys to really realize that, because instead of us telling you a lot of things over and over again, I want you to make sure you watch yesterday's live before this or even after this again, because sharing your story is going to lead to free accounts, right? Very rarely does one come before the other, but sometimes it does. But today we want to talk about the importance of them, why they're important. I think, Jerry, and you probably feel the same way as I did maybe, but 6 years ago when I got started and everybody said, go out and get all these free accounts. I'm telling you, I didn't understand it and I didn't do it. I didn't get people a free account till they were ready to order, and holy smokes, what a mistake that was. So guys, I love teaching you from my mistakes because I was once new also, and I had a different mentality than I do now. So take our advice when we're telling you why these are important. But Jerry, I'm going to let you share your first thought of what comes to mind initially when people say, go out and get 100 free accounts in your first 30 days. Why is that so important?
Yeah, I was like you. I did not really do that very much in the beginning. I was talking to people. I was, probably doing way too much trying to get them to buy. I was doing way too much of being the person that had all the answers for them. And the most valuable thing I think in getting someone a free account, well, there's two things. One is for the person, is you don't have to be the expert. The website has all the information you'd ever want to know about ingredients and products and all of that. It's the place where we can point people to when they ask about the detailed questions. Oh my gosh, that's right on the website. Let me shoot you a link to that. Let me get your cell phone and your email. I can set you up. You can have access to everything on the website. You'll have all the information that we have on there. So that's the real value of this duplicated website that we all get. The other thing is what the company does with this free account is you're really building your customer base before they've even bought anything. So you're really building your future customer base by getting them a free account that, of course, is underneath you with your account.
Absolutely. Nailed it. And, just to elaborate a little bit on that, okay, our first step isn't trying to get them to buy the product. They got to learn about it first. This is baby steps. This is part of our information funnel, right? And I absolutely love where you pointed that, you know what, we are not the message, we are the messenger. Honestly, the company website and everything that we're pointing them to has so much more credibility for the answers, quite frankly, than we do. We're promoters, but our friends and family aren't going to find us quite as credible as the actual source. Reason why I think free accounts are one of the reasons why I think free accounts are, I literally see them as the foundation of this business, just like the foundation of a house, right? If you don't have a foundation of free accounts, you aren't going to have a very strong house, because it's going to take some of those free accounts a week, a month, a year to order, and some might be 5 years down the road, right? I mean, we see we're constantly launching new things. Maybe those free accounts we had 5-6 years ago really decided they weren't interested in Thrive, but now they love the skincare or they love the fit line. I mean, so we got to think about that way too. I mean, we're thinking about building our future product lines. But for me, I think free accounts are so important because I might be a little selfish here, but I want my friends and family enrolled with me. I know that if I don't go out there and get all of my friends and family a free login, that guess what? A guy at the gym is going to get my friend a free login. A person in their place of employment, a neighbor, somebody in their church group, school group, kids play sports together. I guarantee it, you guys. So don't miss the boat. The very first thing you want to do is go out and get all of your friends and family enrolled for free, okay? Free means free, no fees, no obligations. I like to call it an all access pass to look around and to be kept up to date on promotions from the company. So I think that's probably my number one reason is I've had people that I know get enrolled with other people, and quite frankly, they didn't have as good of an experience as they should because maybe someone is brand new and they're enrolling my friend and they don't know what I know, and we have support and resources. So that's why it's important to me. So guys, don't think about going out there and getting the sale. Think about, how can I build my free accounts? Here's one more reason why it's very, very important. Just like Jerry said, now you have, when you get someone enrolled with a free account in your system, you've got a really great database to follow up with. Now you don't have to go off your little written notes. Like, you literally can go to my team, my customer. You can filter them by if they've ordered or not, or when was their last order? Are they on auto ship? And I like to filter them so I can see, okay, these are my most recent ordering customers, but I want to follow up with my free account. So I filter them by that, and I can drop that right into an Excel spreadsheet if I want to and send out a mass email. So that's just a little tip on tech there. But let's move along to the next topic. We all know they're important now, right? Now we got the big idea. They're important. They're so important because you know what? Once somebody has a free account, they can't create another one unless they physically go in, delete it with the company. So let's go on to, okay, now how do you get these free accounts? All right. Now we know we need them. Now we know why they're important. And so now there's how do I get these free accounts? So there's a lot of different ways, guys, and we're just going to give you some suggestions. Quite frankly, I'll just say my free accounts come as a result of yesterday's video of sending out those messages, sharing my story, connecting with people, right? But Jerry, I'll go back to a few things on my thoughts there, but I'll let you go first. How do you go about sending out maybe a message for free accounts, or how do you go about getting free accounts? Let's go with the basics.
Yeah. It's obviously the natural next exposure after you've shared your story, right? And if someone has more interest, they have more questions, they want to know more, or you just ask them, would you like to learn more? Would you like to see more? The other thing that we mentioned real briefly on that I think is another really important feature of it is the company has a very robust email campaign. It's a drip campaign to all of these people with free accounts. If your prospect or your friend or family member doesn't have a free account, they're just relying on what you're saying to them and what you might be posting on Facebook. So the email thing is really huge. It might be, like you said, 6 months, a year later that they suddenly see that email again that's got their attention at that time. So when I'm having a conversation with somebody, that's what I prefer. If I'm face-to-face, it's pretty much a no-brainer. I basically go, oh, wait, hold on just a second. Here, why don't you just fill that out? And you can get on there. I often mention you don't need a credit card because I think people are worried about that. I'll include that in my conversation with them. If they're asking specifically about a product or how do the 3 steps work, instead of telling them, I use that as an opportunity to ask them to get access to all of it. So again, every question I try to respond. I try to look for an opportunity to get them access to all of the answers. Of course, I'm not going to not tell them anything, but I'm going to share enough with them, and there's way more on that. As far as, sample messages, sometimes I come up with something and I think it's working, and then I might be using it a whole lot with a bunch of people. And, I can't stress, I think, the importance of personalization and timing. Unfortunately, I could blast 100 messages out to 100 people, but I'm really just setting myself up to be rejected or ignored by 99% of them, probably. So engaging in conversation with people is probably the best way that I've gotten free accounts, or just nurturing that relationship with them online if we're doing it through text messaging, and then offering more information to them that way.
Absolutely. And you said a couple of key words that I want people to think about. Okay. Timing. Timing is everything. You're doing your reach outs, and to me, like the very first thing that they say, yeah, tell me more, or yeah, I'm interested. Boom, that free account is the first thing I go for. Like, yeah, shoot me your email. I'll hook you up with a free login. Trust me, you're not going to get spammed, or, there's no obligations. You'll just have access to learn more. Again, you'll have all access pass to learn more straight from the company. I won't botch it up at all. Sometimes I put it on myself. And you can learn more in your downtime when you get home. Check it out when you get home. That's the biggest thing. Like, I know you're really busy right now. We're cruising around. Let me get you a login, and you can check it out and scroll around when you get home. So I think timing is everything. Now, are there certain people, we've done texting blitzes before. I have done that. I have a little bit, you have to be comfortable with what you're putting out there, because some things that some people have put out there, I'm not really comfortable with. It's not my personality. People know that. It's not how I roll. Yet some people do really well with it. So again, you have to do what's comfortable for you. But I know some people who have done the, hey, I'm in a contest thing to put, to expose as many people as I can to my Thrive experience and to get a free login. Can you help me out?
It's all about me.
Right. Now, I know it's been effective for people when there's company promotions. They've sometimes gotten some friends that have been like, yeah. But however, if it doesn't feel good for you personally, or if that's not your personality or how your friends are, my friends would be like, yeah, I'll help you out, but that's really spammy. Like they would tell me flat out, like, I don't feel good about this. I'll do it to help you, but I'm really not interested, because now I'm like, eh. But some people respond very well to that. So, if I've done some some free account blitzes in the beginning, I've gotten some responses where I just said, hey, you know what? I know how passionate I am about Thrive and how passionate I am about helping people feel amazing. I would love your support. And I would love to keep you in the loop. There's some really exciting product announcements. I just know you're going to love it if you take a peek around. Shoot me your email if I can add you to my list. Thank you for supporting me, kind of a thing. So I've done some things like that felt good to me. Like, hey, I'm really passionate about this. It's changed my life. I know you'll love it too once you peek around, kind of a thing. I would love your support. I'd love to add you to my customer database so I can keep you in the loop. You won't be spammed. So that's worked pretty good for me in the past. However, now I'm very much a natural person to person, message to message. Hey, like if I'm going to put something out there, it might be like, hey, don't miss out on all the excitement. I want to keep you in the loop. I know some people have even said, hey, I'd love to add you to my customer database list. I'm going to be doing a drawing for some free Amazon gift cards for everybody that creates an account this week. Things like that you can sweeten the pot with. You just got to go with what's comfortable for you. But I do find that it falls naturally into place when I'm having conversations. And it all starts with my story. And so triggers on questions like, hey, how much is it? Hey, let me just get you. I don't answer that question. I never answer that question of how much it is. you know what, there's lots of products and there, you know, like there's 3 simple steps, but there's different packages based on your needs. Why don't I get you a login? You can poke around. It's free. You can, you know, delete it at any time if you want to, but poke around, then let's chat.
You know,
So
you mentioned something, Amy, about I think there's a lot of promoters who have, okay, I'm going to be a promoter. Maybe I've shared a little bit. I really haven't stepped out and said, I'm doing this. I really haven't stepped out and let everybody know that this is what I'm doing. This is a solution I found, and I want to share it with as many people as possible. So I think there isn't an opportunity to kind of do a free account blitz. If you're one of those people that hasn't really stepped out and said, this is me, I'm a thriver, I'm doing this. You might have seen my posts, but I haven't really done that. And I'd love for you to support my business. I'd love for you to just get on our email list. I'd love for you to follow along with what we're doing, and check this out. So if you're one of those promoters that maybe you want to restart your business, maybe you want to relaunch your business. And I know on Brittany's page, she's got a great little launch your business outline of what to do. And you really go right back to the basics of putting your list together, putting a list of people, and then starting. So free accounts is a great relaunch, restart, or begin if you're new of getting friends and family and people in your immediate network to kind of support you or just get them information.
absolutely. Sometimes it's a question of, hey, are you open to learning more? Are you open to, you know, getting on my email list? I'm not going to spam you, I promise. You're just going to get updates and special. So the answer is always no unless you ask, guys. And if people don't know what you're doing, well, go back to square one, right? And launch your business. I love it. I love it. So let's, okay. Oh, initiating conversations. We kind of did go over a lot of that already. You know, initiating the conversation is all about just you caring about people, asking them questions. Your conversations are going to lead, all roads lead to thrive in my world. Honestly, I fully 100% believe that. Whether you and I are at the grocery store and we're in line and we're talking about the weather, hey, how's it? Oh my God, is it cold and damp out today? Like, man, are you ready for Christmas? I mean, I talk to everybody. I mean, when I'm standing there and there's people around me, you know, I'm being the friendly, happy, and I am a product of the product. And if you have enough time, conversations will lead to thrive. What's that on your hand? Are you okay? Again, it goes back to yesterday's mastering the basics. But if you're not being a product of the product and you're happy and you're energetic and you're out and about and your eyes are open, don't be buried in your phone unless you're, you know, doing your follow-ups in line at the grocery store. I do that all the time. But talk to people around you, get out and about, join some groups, join a gym, you know, all of those things are going to lead to conversations, which are going to lead to sharing your story, which is going to lead to that free account. So guys, let's, I'm going to challenge you, maybe starting today, or maybe starting January 1st. If you like to start things on January 1st, I like to do things today when I'm thinking about them. It's like 5-second rule. Challenge yourself to another 100 free accounts in your system. I've been doing this coming up on 6 years on New Year's Eve is when I placed my first order as a customer. I think my order got Brittany her iPad. And so 6 years ago, I have well over 1,000 free accounts in my system, and John has well over 1,000 in his. I continually add people to my system. I've done vendor events. I've done things with the cold market as far as vendor. I don't know who a lot of those people are, but in the grocery store or at a play group or this or that, airplanes, airports, guys, free accounts are everywhere around you. You just have to keep your eyes open, your ears open, and your mind open, and start a conversation. So my challenge to you all is go out and put another 100 free accounts in your system. No matter where you're at in the business, you can do it. Make it a goal or set it at 50. Okay, maybe 100 scares you. Start small. Start with 25. Okay, boom, 25. Now I'm going to do another 25. But set a goal and work towards it. So that's my final tip, Jerry. What's yours?
Well, along with those lines, Julie and I are members of a local chamber of commerce, and tonight is actually our holiday party at that. So I'm going to take your challenge and I'm going to see how many free accounts I can get at this event tonight. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
I love it. I love it. Just like what I said, when you're busy, use it to your benefit. Get around people. It's honestly, you are your best billboard, as well as obviously your Facebook page is going to show all of your energy and happiness over the holidays. So guys, master those free accounts. They're the foundation of your house. They're the foundation of your business. Without a solid foundation, you're just grasping at straws. So don't worry about the order. Get that out of your head. Think about just getting those free accounts, and then one by one you plug them into the resources, and we're going to talk about that in future Zooms. But so you get that free account. Now how do you get them excited? Ooh, we're going to invite them to like the fan page. Ooh, we're going to add them to the customer page. Oh, you're going to connect them to another Thriver. Okay, so we're going to talk about all that in the future Zooms. But Jerry, thank you so much for joining. Love this topic. I know you're in the grind and that's why you're on here, so thank you so much.
All right. Talk to you soon.
You bet. Go out and do big things today, guys. We'll see you later. And check out Restore.